put this thing together, Sean McGarvey was the guy that really was the genesis of this. Because what we found out quickly in Washington, Don and I, was how few people in Congress understand construction. Now think about it. Just because you're elected to Congress doesn't mean you have all the answers about infrastructure. What about the people? Think about the numbers of people here. There are 2 engineers, but there are 242 attorneys in Washington. Think about that. Who's best to solve your problem on infrastructure? A bunch of attorneys? Or how about some engineers and people that have grown up around construction? It's no wonder that the American Society of Civil Engineers has said our infrastructure, our condition of it is a D+. And it's been at that for 30 plus years. Keep it in mind, as I've said time and time again, only when we started this caucus, we're up to I think about 85 members now. There are only about 15 members of Congress, 15 out of 430 that have ever been on a construction site with a lunch pail. Oh, they'll go out for a photo op. But what I'm talking about, people that really understand construction. Oh, I believe this solution is bipartisan. We know we can work this thing. Bill and I have worked together. Bill and I grew up together in many respects with the ironworkers in Wheeling. Because I started construction in 1965. So I've cut my teeth on this. This is something I feel passionate about. And you just heard Don just talk about the lost water, 2 trillion gallons of water lost. Take more personal. New Orleans. New Orleans lose 50% of the water through leaks, and it's distributed. So all the money that's being spent, all the chemicals, all the operation, half of that is lost through leaks. That's why it's underscoring why there's a dramatic need to fix our system, fix our infrastructure system, and add in that broadband. We've got to make sure that this solution includes broadband as well as all of the typical things, Betsy, that I think we'd expect with that. But to do this, we got some glitches. We got part of it is we don't have enough workforce. We have now 7.4 million people. There were job openings across the country. But almost 30% of those are in the construction-related industries. That's why I think it's very important for us to make sure that we have a dependable workforce. We can be able to tell people that we're prepared to do this, the kind of thing. So what does that mean? We got to improve our apprenticeship program, do a better job at expanding our apprenticeship. We got to have continuing your career technical education, vocational education. Go back and get people that are not afraid to work with their hands. That it's not a second-class citizen. This is the people that are building America with us. So we know we have that problem. This skill gap is a concern for all of us with this. But we also, in this infrastructure, one thing I'm going to take personally with it, we're going to work on it. Bill, it goes back a little bit what you and I would know about. And that is, what are we going to do about our load limits on our trucks and for our bridges and highways? Because we have to understand, we're designing right now as an engineer, we designed our roads and bridges the way we did in 1950, 1960. This is time for us, now with electric vehicles and other heavier trucks going to be on the road, why are we building an infrastructure? Why are we going to spend billions of dollars across this country for something that's going to be out of date the very day we build it? Let's be ambitious, audacious, and start looking at ways that we can upgrade our infrastructure by building it for the traffic of the future. Heavier weight trucks, electric vehicles, larger coal handling, steel handling. We need to be looking at those things so that Bill and I, when we design a steel bridge or an overpass, it's going to be capable of handling it in the next century as well as we are today. So at the end of it, how we're going to pay for it, we got to be careful about the gas tax because the electric vehicles are increasingly more being used across this country. But the bottom line here comes, I can't think of any better way to close on this. America deserves better than it's getting right now. And it's time for Congress to act and do it in a comprehensive fashion. So again, thank you for being here. Let's make sure we come out with this infrastructure package, that it is comprehensive and we've got the trained workforce capable of doing it. God bless all of you. Thanks.